Hey there, you guys. Welcome to English 1102. I'm super excited to be working with you this year. My name is Kristen Gosinski. I'm going to be your instructor. We have a lot of great stuff planned. So, English 1102, as you might have noticed, is literature and composition. Literature is my bag. I'm super jazzed to talk about it with you. Hopefully, you're just as excited. So basically, first off, I want to introduce myself. Obviously, my name's Kristen Gosinski. You can contact me in multiple ways throughout term by email. You can contact me by text message or phone call. You can also schedule a meeting at your convenience. And you can also pop in during office hours. Now, in terms of office hours, I have virtual office hours and on campus office hours. Right now, my virtual office hours are scheduled for Mondays and Tuesdays from 11 to noon. And my on-campus office hours, sorry to tell you this, 6:30 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. All right? I might tweak these just a little bit, and I may definitely add some more virtual office hours. But for the moment, that's what they are scheduled to be. Keep an eye out for updates because the more I think about it, the more I say it out loud, the more I think that I probably will tweak them to make them more convenient to you. All right, but that being said, you can schedule a meeting at any time that's available to you, which is usually Monday through Friday, minus Wednesday, because I'm on campus on Wednesday teaching classes. But Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, in a wide range of times. If those times aren't good for you, that's cool. Let me know, and we will come up with an alternative timeline. I never mind meeting outside of my scheduled times. Okay, so if you're struggling, if you have questions, if you just want to connect for a conversation, cool, let's do that. All right, so that's the big thing. Okay, now you'll notice that the phone number that's listed on the syllabus is going to be different from the phone number that's listed at the bottom of my email. Now, the reason for that is the phone number on the bottom of the email is my office phone number. Okay, now I am not in the office very often until July 6th, and then I'll be back in the office full time. So I don't have instant access to that phone, which is why I provided you with a Google Voice number. Definitely use that at any time and leave me a voice message. If I can't answer it, I'll get right back to you. Okay, you can also text that number, so it makes it a little bit more convenient for you. All right, so there's a few things that I want to talk about briefly. One thing is how this class is going to work, right? That's always nice. So basically, we have 3 essays in this class. Each of the assignments that we have build to a final product of an essay. So each of the essays are structured to have a primary source selection, which is basically going to be you're telling me what source you want to work with. Now, this is obviously literature and composition. These sources will be literary. The first essay is going to be about the story of an hour. Okay? We actually start our essay process before our first class meeting, right? So we don't have the opportunity to talk about it, which means it's on you to actually read the story ahead of time, write your primary source selection, which is just indicating the story of an hour, and then giving like 2 to 3 sentences as a brainstorm for an argument that you would use analysis to convey to your reader. Now, that being said, the other analysis essays, Essay 2 and Essay 3, are going to be there for you to choose what you want to write about. We have a wide range of short stories. We're working with poetry. We have a mini epic, also called an epyllion, which is kind of cool. It's a fun word. And then we have a one-act play that we're working with. So you can choose any of those to work with for your for the other essays, right? Ideally, it'll be ones that we use, or ideally it'll be ones that we've worked with before you start writing, but that's not necessarily important, right? As long as you're willing to go and read the short story or the poem or the play ahead of time, you can choose whichever you want. Just for this first one, the story of an hour. It'll make peer review a little bit easier for you as well, since we've all read and understood it at the same level. So there's a few benefits to having that opportunity. Now, I will say that I know that you've read the syllabus because of the welcome quiz that was mainly focused on the instructor policies. But I want to go over just a couple of things, which is I don't accept late work except under extreme circumstances. Now, what are extreme circumstances? Well, we just lived through a pandemic, right? I think that's a fact. Everybody knows it at this point. So, if you get sick, God forbid, if you end up getting COVID, that is an extreme circumstance. Let me know. We'll work something out. One year, my mom got struck by lightning while we were walking our dogs. I had to take her to the emergency room. I had an assignment due that night. So I had to email my professor and be like, I'm in the ER. My mom just got struck by lightning. I don't think I can actually finish this assignment. I'll try. And my professor at the time did what I would do now and say, breathe, take care of that, email me tomorrow, we'll figure out a timeline. Right? So if something happens, let me know. We're all human here. We all have struggles that we're dealing with outside of school. We all most likely have jobs, that we do apart from being in school. I get it. But just make sure that if you've got an extreme circumstance, you let me know. We'll work together. If it's just something that's like a tech issue, right, where you could bring your laptop instead of working at your home, bring it to a parking lot because your internet went out, and use McDonald's Wi-Fi in their parking lot, that's kind of what you got to do. Okay, I've done that for assignments before. I've done that when creating assignments before when my internet's gone out. So just know that there are other avenues, whether it's going to a library, going to the computer lab at school, using Wi-Fi at a business, right? Those are opportunities that you have. Now, Blackboard, as you know, might give us a little bit of a hard time this term, and I mean, it always does, but now that they've added two-factor authentication, there's another level of fun that we might bump into. Now, if that happens on the day of an assignment, just breathe. Send me an email. Don't send me an email and ask me if you can submit the assignment by email, because guess what? That just wastes time. If I'm already sleeping, you're not going to get a response. I'm not going to get my assignment. So what would you do? Send me an email, explain the situation, tell me what you're sending me, okay? Because if I don't know what I'm getting, I don't know what to do with it, right? In the body of the email, tell me what you're sending, explain the situation, and if you get it to me before the deadline, I'm accepting it. Okay, and then you just try to resubmit on Blackboard as soon as you can. Okay, so I try to be really reasonable, really chill. I try to help you however I can, whenever I can. So just know that if you ever need anything, if you're ever struggling with something, if you have a question, reach out to me. Okay, my instruction doesn't stop at these videos. My instruction stops when you understand what you're trying to accomplish. Okay, that's my goal. So I need you to let me know what you need. All right, I'm not a magician, I'm just a teacher. So you've got to tell me. All right, so I think that really just that goes over the basics. Everything else that you need to know is in the syllabus, so definitely check that out if you haven't yet. Make sure you take the welcome quiz. Also take the survey letting me know what days are going to be good for you in terms of meeting for class, because when doing analysis, each class session is not only practice, but it's also potential ideas for you to use to write about in your essays. All right, so it's really important that you're present, or if you can't be present because of the time that we've chosen, if it conflicts with work or something like that, then you just make sure that you watch the recordings that I'll post. All right, so I think those are the big things. If you have any other questions, anything that comes to your mind later and you say, I need to find out, let me know. Okay, I'm here. Text me, call me, come to office hours, schedule a meeting, and you can get in touch with me. All right, so have a great rest of your day. I'm super jazzed to be working with you, and I will see you soon. Bye, guys.